Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak Part 21. In the previous video we started a quest. We're looking into Giacomo's little black book, and for some reason we came down to the ruins even though we know where the black book is. There's a candelabrum with some candles in it. Nothing appears to be out of the ordinary. That's what they want you to think. I was wondering if we might find some letters written on the candles or something, but it doesn't look like it. I guess I'll have to look somewhere else. So, here's the question, gang. Did Giacomo replace the candles? Because if they've always been burning since the world was turning, as they say, are they like ancient Zamurian candles that burn forever? Does Giacomo come in with like, shit, a dozen candles into a secret hideout every time he comes down here? The group examined the markings on the floor with scrutinous eyes, but nothing appeared to be out of the ordinary. We must have figured writing something on the floor would be too obvious. Let's try somewhere more out of sight, somewhere people would be likely to overlook. I like that idea. Let's try searching somewhere else then. Like, oh, like the suspicious brick? The suspicious brick that's in every sewer since, I don't know, like Cold Steel 1? At least? We probably had suspicious bricks before then, but, you know, that was before we were in 3D, so it was different. Is it just me, or does this brick look different? Yeah, looks like it was made with a different kind of clay. Let's try poking around it, just in case. How about poking it? Van gave the brick and all those surrounding it a light knock. That one looks different, sounds different too. Let's shoot it. It looks a lot lighter. I've read stories where bricks are used as switches. I wonder if that could be the case here. Only one way to find out. I don't think we can outright remove it, we can at least shift it around a bit. After removing the brick, they discovered the letters are written upon its surface. Look, something's written on it. It says T203, T203, I guess apartment, or presumably apartment 203. Let's put it back how it was before we think on it. I think I got it. The other code was no, and if we put them together it says note, like notebook. Oh, yeah, maybe. You're right. Doesn't necessarily mean this leads to the book we're looking for, but they are connected. That's a good start. I can't help but think the 203 looks like a room number. Perhaps it could be referring to Horizonheim, room 203. Yeah, we should have just been busting down people's doors. Nice job. I was thinking the same thing. Let's head back to Riverside and see if we're right. I mean, couldn't we have just like, I don't know, I feel like we should have started there. And been like, hey, shady looking dude rents an apartment here in the last any time, or even if just most of them are vacant, you could just be like, hey, which rooms are rented, and then knock on them. If nobody answers, you bust down that bitch. I'm just saying, it used to be you hit square to go to this menu. I'm pretty sure. That's what my muscle memory tells me. Where am I going? Riverside? Which one of you seems like it'd be closest?
Heading to the objective.
I don't know where the subway entrance is. Fatal Lance activates on weapon lines. I didn't read it in time. I didn't start reading it before. Okay. Let me in. This is Horizonheim. After all our clues, I think room 203 is the most suspicious. So we're just gonna, what, knock you in and say, hey, can I go to room 203? I got a hunch. They're gonna kick us out. Should we go inside it? I was thinking about that, but I don't buy the hiding spots of the building itself. It's too easy. Giacomo was the careful type. Wouldn't have wanted people to see him coming in and out of the building. Then it must be outside. But then what's the 203 about? Mailbox, maybe? Figure it's gotta be this, right? The mailbox! Interesting, the drops off for 203 is covered by transparent tape. Yeah, probably because the room's not rented. However, the code suggested inside a little post box. What if somebody moved into the room and then was like, hey, I'm gonna check my mail? What the hell? Jess did what? That was his name, right? It took me a second. I'm pretty sure his name was something J related. Here it is. This is the notebook we've been searching for? A worn leather notebook. It certainly looks like it. Yeah, this thing's filled with personal info, photos, and newspaper clippings about all kinds of folk. No question, this is the blackmail material Jess talked about. Where's Jess's page? Ah, here it is. Beneath a blue sky as you and I sit listening to my strings, it occurs to me that these everyday moments with you mean everything to me. From ever letting you know the truth of my feelings, I shall abstain. More than just friendship locked away in my heart, they remain. Though they may overpower me, forever I shall be a part of the flowery man that owns my heart. Oh, this is a poem? These are lyrics. It was a comment taken from a discarded notebook. These lyrics, though, they're nice and all, but what's it about that makes them blackmail material? I mean, I kind of agree. Who cares? There's a photo here, too. The photo shows Jess entering a business with a man's arm around his shoulder. His expression is guilty and full of shame. I mean, it does kind of look a little... No offense if you have spiky green hair. Looks a little douchey, but at a glance, looks like he got suckered in by some shop's barker. No, really, all this looks normal. What about this is blackmail? Guys, I'm not sure I'm right, but I may have an idea. Did you notice, fan? The song is talking about a man. Do you think that means ... Yeah, we're thinking about the same thing. Don't whisper to each other. I want to know what you're talking about. We gotta run this by the client first. We don't got any proof anyway. Let's meet up with him and have them take a look at the contents of this notebook. I would like it if Fairy was just like, I don't get this. Why would he care? Like, if that was the way they played it, instead of her like not being able to read that it's a love note, just her being confused about why it would be a big deal. Because she's, you know, raised outside of the normal culture. And I mean, come on, they're soldiers. You know what they say about soldiers. I feel like they wouldn't have that stigma, like, at all, really. At least not to the same degree. Where does this dude live? Are you in the cafe, or are you in the... You're in the Eastern restaurant.
Let's do this.
Thanks for stopping by.
Don't talk to me.
This Eastern cuisine is delicious.
It took some doing, but we managed to track down Giacomo's little black book. We found the information concerning you on this page here. Can you take a look at it and confirm this is what you want gone? This is it. This is the information about me that I absolutely don't want getting out at any cost. See, I was thinking it was just going to be the dude that he lives with or whatever. Is it alright if I tear out the page and photo and throw them away? I mean, do whatever you want with them. They're yours now. Which, wait, isn't the dude Raymond? Oh yeah, there's no way, no shot he'd be into him. Come on. Mishima looking ass. Jess proceeded to tear the notebook page and photograph into fine pieces. I think I'll rest a little easier knowing that stuff isn't out there anymore. Although no offense if I'm being completely honest, wish you guys hadn't ended up finding out about my circumstances. As for who those lyrics were about, well, I think I got an idea who it might be. I'll say this, there are plenty of people like you who live out in the open these days. You shouldn't feel like you have to keep that bottled up. I don't know, it's not like I really mind if people in society knew who I was. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm more trying not to ruin what I have with my childhood friends, if that makes sense. Sir, if your childhood friends would look down on you, or like their opinion would change in any way, they should not be your current friends. If you guys could still keep all that to yourselves, I'd really, really appreciate it. I mean, it'd be bad for business if people thought they couldn't trust you with their personal details like that. Absolutely. We'll promise we'll maintain the strictest confidentiality about your case. I don't really understand what you guys are talking about, but don't worry, we'll never tell anybody about you no matter what, and how you like to talk to dudes with green hair or whatever. Thank you. I'm sorry if I sound like I don't trust you guys. I just needed that extra reassurance is all. You guys can have the notebook back now. I'm not the only one in it, so I really shouldn't be the one to hold on to it. I'll let you guys figure out how to dispose of it if that's okay. No problem. More than happy to handle that. I think that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for doing this. You don't know how relieved I am to have all that behind me. I'll deposit the money into your account soon. See you all later. Alright, now to take care of that notebook once and for all. Can we shoot it? What a scary thing that notebook is. Are you planning to use it for yourself, Fan? No way. Considering how Giacomo was to source that info, keeping it would be asking for nothing but trouble. I'm turning it over to the cops. Boo! Destroy it! Don't let anybody know about those secrets. They should have died with Giacomo. It'd be a good way to get them to owe us a favor, digging up something as valuable as this. Snitch ass. I mean, it depends on what's in there. If there's like actual real crime, then yeah, you should turn it over. But if it's just like, you know, meaningless bullshit that could just be used to like bully and pressure people, I don't know if we should give that to the cops. It's always give and take with you, Van, isn't it? From there, the party did exactly as Van suggested, submitting the notebook to the police station as key evidence in the murder case. I wouldn't have done that. They asked it to be delivered straight to the inspector, who would know exactly what to do with it.
Mission accomplished! Great job, you guys!
Ha! Love to see it.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a chaotic ass quest, man. Crazy. All chaos that was going on, the way we cooperated with the police and did everything they wanted us to do. Fucking rebels to the day we die.
See the movie. Fans are raving about.
It's like, I don't know what you're here
Brilliantly
for.
bitter taste of golden blood.
Like, are you gonna, like, I feel like, are you the main story? I feel like you're the main story. So apparently we're supposed to go, yeah, the side and waterworks, but it won't let me actually go there yet. So I guess talking to that dude would call, what's the green mark? I mean, these are blue, not green. Question the producer. Yes, the producer. Are you the producer? Oh, maybe you're for that quest. Yeah, okay, you're for that quest.
Can we talk?
Hot damn, local Spriggan's got business with someone like me. Never imagined I'd cross paths with you guys. What can I do for you? Oh yeah, I recognize this woman. Nice, what can you tell us about her? She's got a crazy stalker. I work as a talent scout. She's someone I had my eye on for some time. Used to be a fellow regular at my favorite cafe, and we'd run into each other there often. Tried recruiting her twice, she turned me down both times. Said she wasn't interested. Does that mean if we go to the cafe, we should find her? I mean, probably not. I mean, she doesn't live there. Seemed like kind of a weird thing to just randomly go to a cafe and just expect. I mean, just because somebody goes there a lot doesn't mean they're always there. I mean, she stopped coming about a month ago. I wouldn't pin your hopes on finding her there, unfortunately.
A droplet of paradise can intoxicate more than
Although in her defense, it's entirely possible she stopped going because of me. Maybe she just wanted me to get out of her hair. Dang, I thought we had a good lead. What are we gonna do? Go watch Golden Blood? You might still want to talk to one of the servers there. They seem like pretty good friends. Who knows, maybe she'll be able to fill you in on whatever happened to her. If you're interested, it's the Macmillan Cafe just over there. Yeah, we know, there's only one cafe in this area, so it had to be that one. Or thanks, or whatever. At least we came up with something. On to that cafe.
Please step on up.
Oh, I should have topicked. Yeah. Ooh, you're a smoker?
Let me ask you something.
She's 13, of course she's a smoker. You're asking if I know anything about the woman in that photo? Wait a minute, that's Jessica! You know her? Awesome, that saves us some trouble having to explain things. We've been looking for her. Her older brother, who's estranged, hired us to find her. She has an older brother? I had no idea she has such a complicated family life. How close did you say the two of you are? Pretty close, I'd say. Before I came here, I actually used to work at the Orbital Cafe over by the train station. That's where we first met. We were co-workers and became friends through that. Makes sense. Think we'd be able to find her there if you paid a visit? I doubt it. She quit working there about a month ago. This lady quit doing everything about a month ago. She said she was staying within the city, but it sounded like she decided to move somewhere pretty far. I don't know why, but she must have had some reason for doing it. The way she described it seemed like her hands were pretty tied. She was actually a regular here at this cafe. He used to see her here all the time. But once it was time to move, she said she wouldn't be able to come back any longer. Haven't seen her since. And that was that, huh? Well, talk like that definitely sounds to me like she had something going on. It sounds like she wouldn't have moved if she didn't have to leave. That's what I felt. The whole thing really bothered me, but she just smiled and brushed it off, so I chose to let it slide. Looking back on it, I think she tried to do that so I wouldn't worry about her after she left. You guys do know phones exist, right? This is getting pretty complicated. Do you know where she moved to? I don't. Sorry, I wish I did. All I know is she's still somewhere in Edith. Actually, you know something? I bet Ilhan over at my old Orbital Cafe will be able to tell you what's going on with her. He's the person who owns it. I think she went to him for advice a lot before she quit. He said his name's Ilhan. He's at the Orbital Cafe. Van, we've talked to him like 8 times. I guess we should go to Station Street next. Then, ready to go? Okay. I mean, you can't have been that damn close. Sounds like some shit I would do. As soon as somebody, like, I no longer, like, just completely cut off contact. Like, not even, like, on purpose, just kind of incidentally.
Heading to the objective.
Just be like, well, you know, they must hate me. I guess I'll never talk to them again if I don't, like, physically see them.
They call it an Orbital Cafe. Oh, that's great.
Carla, yeah, I know.
Let me ask you something.
Mind if we ask some questions about the woman in this photo? We received a request from a young man asking us to look for his estranged sister, Jessica. We talked to Lucia about it. She directed us here. Do you happen to know where she might be living at the moment or how we could get in contact with her? Her brother? Did he give you this photo? If you know anything at all, please tell us. It'd be a big help. I'd love to help you, but unfortunately I don't know where she moved to. I'm really sorry. I wish I could have been of help. Seriously? I don't think he's being completely honest with us. He might know something else about Jessica that he's not telling us. Let's start from the bottom. I'm a Spriggan, not with the police or the guild, and I don't do things their way either. We're pretty flexible, really. Yeah, we do cool shit like rescue cats, fight random monsters, find people. We're not like your typical average bracer who finds cats, fights monsters, finds people. So if you're worried about her, why don't you tell us what's going on? It'll probably be easier in the long run. Oh, so you know then. I ain't got hard proof, but I got an idea. What's going on? I feel like I'm missing something. Get used to it, Fairy? I'm not completely sure, but I think I know what Van's getting at. And if he's right, then we can't just keep ignoring this. I know you have your reasons for what you're doing, but if you don't tell us what's going on, then we can't help Jessica. Would you be willing to trust us? That's a good point. Fine, I trust you. I don't really have a right to talk about it. I think it's better you hear it from the horse's mouth. What do you mean? I'll get in touch with Jessica and see if I can get you guys to meet up. You know what you're doing, so I'll leave the rest to you. No prob. He only got in contact with Jessica through his Orbital terminal, arranging for her to meet the team at the cafe. Like you, sounds like she's in the area. How about you take a seat and wait for her over there? I'll bring out some drinks. Thanks. Much appreciated. Didn't Jonas say we shouldn't talk to her? Is it really alright for us to meet her without reporting back to him? He's a little punk. Plans don't always pan out in this line of work. I ain't following his plan if this job turns out to go against my principles. Is this really what Spriggans are like? Yeah, Fairy, sometimes you have to think for yourself. We don't just follow orders and do whatever the job person tells us to do. Now, we mostly do that, but sometimes we don't. Because we break all the rules.
Right, understood.
Right.
Okay, I am going to pause the video and be back later. Alright, we're back. Let's wait for Jessica to arrive. I mean, it's been a whole day and she hasn't even shown up. That's ridiculous. Isn't that right, Fairy? Wait for Jessica to arrive here? That's late as hell. The three of them sat down to wait. A woman arrived before long. Define before long. It's nice to meet you. My name is Jessica. Yeah, we know. I take it you're from Arkrod Solutions? I heard about it from Ilon. Yeah, that's me. My name's Van. Rhymes with plan, because that's what I always got. Our client gave us a photo of you and we used that to find you. I want to go over a few things with you, but let's start with your family. We've met a man who claims to be your brother. He's told us quite a fair bit about you. Does any of it ring a bell? Van told Jessica everything, aka Van explained. I have never heard anything like that at all. I guess my parents could have hidden it from me this whole time. Should it be true, I would understand if they did, considering how delicate a matter it is. I wouldn't. Next question. Ever got a problem with someone taking photos of you without your consent? How do you know? I knew it. He actually is a fucking sicko. Now, I wish it had been up to us, like, you know, to figure it out or something, as opposed to it just being like, the Quest NPC lied to you. It's always more interesting when it's like they're lying to you and you get the chance to figure it out, as opposed to either A, they just like figure out the lie on their own, and so it's kind of like whatever, or the worst is when NPC is clearly lying to you and then the characters just go along with it and then they fall into the very obvious trap. They've even sent the photographs they've taken of me directly to my house. Is that why you chose to move away without telling anyone about where? Pretty much. I actually started feeling like I was being followed about a month ago. The feeling just kept getting worse and worse over time. I was proven right once I started receiving photos and letters to my home address. So I asked my boss to help make my move discreet. I didn't feel safe going to the police or guild either for fear that I'd just anger him and make it all worse. Wait a sec. Then the man who claimed to be your brother and gave us this job to begin with is probably the stalker she's been trying to shake this whole time. They was probably just bullshitting us right from the start so we do a stalking job for him. What? You mentioned you have a photograph of me with you, didn't you? Could I see it? Yes, not a problem. No! He's still trying to find me? I thought it'd be over after I moved. It's alright, Jessica. Please try and stay calm. We'll kill him. It's time to finally do some non-bracer shit. Some real, you know, illicit activities. Sorry for upsetting you like that. Still, I guess this confirms our suspicions. Our client here ain't Jessica's brother. He's the stalkers who are making her life miserable lately. I can't believe it. I didn't even realize he was lying. I mean, I'll give you that, Fairy, because, I mean, I don't even really remember what made me think he was lying. Because it was like he was doing his explanation, and I remember it being like, this shit doesn't make any goddamn sense. But I was like, you know what, I'll roll with it, because, yeah, I don't want to seem like I'm nitpicking every little thing, because people get mad at me for doing that. Even though I don't think I do that. But, that's beside the point. So I was like, I was just going to roll with it, but I can't remember what it was. That was like, yeah, this is sus as hell. I've got an idea here. Oh, yes, when he said don't talk to her or whatever. I guess that was the very sus part. Why don't you hire me so we can turn the tables on this asshole? What do you mean? You do excellent work, Spriggan. Before we continue this conversation, please forward money to my account, and then we can continue talking. And we may as well get the payday off of them before we screw them over. Get paid from both sides. That's some illicit dealing. That's what you should be doing, Van, if you're not a bracer. You're really quick. I was expecting results, but not this quickly. Now, let's get to the chase. Where's my sister? I think the only reason the whole, like, you know, we're not bracers thing, it bothers me, is just because they kind of made, like, a big deal about Van not being a bracer, and that he does the things the Bracer Guild won't do, and then he just does things that the Bracer Guild has done in the past. Whereas at least, like, you know, in the past where you've just been bracers, like, say, like, in the Crossbow games, like, there was, like, a bit of a competition between, you know, the police or the SSS and the bracers, where it's like, yeah, you were a bracer, but it was like, you know, the idea of whether these things should be handled by the, you know, official government or, you know, the unofficial organization that's been handling that stuff for a long time. So that was kind of like a bit of a competition, and the fact that you're doing the same thing as the bracers is like the point. You're trying to fill the role that they've been playing that had been lacking in the local government up to that point. And then in Cold Shot, like kids, and they're like, hey, this is like an unpaid internship, go please do shit. Basically. I mean, I guess you technically got paid. Technically. I'll get to the chase. You've been stalking Jessica, right? Oh my, really? This is all just a misunderstanding. I know I look suspicious snooping around and asking for a woman's place of residence like this. But I can assure you that I found this photograph amongst my father's possessions. What the fuck are you talking about? Do you think I just found a picture of some random woman there? What do you mean you found it in his possessions? I don't even remember the story. That doesn't make any damn sense. The picture's from, like, not that long ago. I wouldn't quite call myself a stalker for wanting to find the woman in the photograph. You're not related to Jessica. Look at her and then look at you, dummy. We spoke with Jessica directly on top of verifying her family records with City Hall. We also found out that Jessica moved recently because she was being stalked. So I got quite a lot of dirt on you too, buddy. This ain't your first rodeo. You were stalking another woman in a different district, yeah? Got arrested for it too, but they didn't have enough evidence to throw you in the slammer. You think they throw you in the slammer for stalking? I mean, they probably should. Because, I mean, it's like, it's one of those weird crimes where, in theory, you know, it's not as bad as other crimes, but it is often a precursor to some, like, pretty heinous shit. I made it clear you were to approach her. Why do you have to get involved? And what do you care if I'm a stalker or not? You're a Spriggan, isn't that what you do? Take jobs for people like me? That's not... I apologize for lying to you, really. I just feel like it would have made things easier for the both of us if I did. To be clear, I don't plan on harming Jessica at all, not even to find out her address and what her feet look like. Things went poorly with the last woman, but I am Jessica's family, or rather I will be. I'm destined to become her family. When I sew us together, we become one being. I'm eager looking forward to doting on my dear, dear little sister. This guy's being really creepy. Yeah, is he gonna become the new protagonist? I'll ask again, will you tell me Jessica's address? You can name your price. Van? Well... With half Varkard Solutions, the answer is no. Any sweets will taste sour if I buy them with your damn money. Don't joke with me! Worthless, but fine. I thought something like this would happen. That's why I've got this knife. Okay, and there are several of you, but I'm sure I can... Ah! Why have I been beaten by a 13-year-old? Actually, knowing this freak, he's probably into that shit. Let go, you damn brat! I finally got to do something! You can keep resisting, but I won't let go of you. She moved so fast I couldn't even see her. Great job. Thanks, so what now? Do we beat some sense into him? I know what I said earlier, but let's not. No need to get our hands dirty here. What should we do here, though? I mean, that's the problem, is that he really hasn't technically done anything. I got enough evidence to throw him to the police and let them sort. Like, what? They're gonna put him in, like, jail for a day? community start. Like, that is kind of the problems with stalking. Is like the penalties for it are not that big until you actually do the, like, you know, the big crime that usually comes after the stalking. On the other hand, I've also got plenty of dirt on him. Could use it to scare him into never trying anything like this again. How do we put this to bed? I mean, like, realistically, I don't really know what dirt we have on him, to be honest. I mean, they said they found stuff, but handing him to the police, I just feel like wouldn't do anything. Unless for some reason they have extremely strict anti-stalking laws, which seems unlikely. Might be best to use what I've got and blackmail him myself. I'm not to trust the cops on this one, but he might also get away with just a slap on the wrist. I mean, like, he almost assuredly would. I mean, at least it would be like the repeat offender thing going, but bad chance that'll fix anything, so I gotta take matters in my own hands. Figure, keep him down. Him and I are gonna have a little chat. Affirmative. Again, I got solid evidence to your stalking. Ran a background check on you too. You work for a real big name company, huh? Tell you what, promising you stay the hell away from her? Then I gotta hear about this. You so much as even think about breaking that promise though? I'll break your life into pieces so tiny you'll never be able to put it back together. Understood? You think you can threaten me? Go ahead, see if any of it matters. It's a shame. I guess we should head back to the office and transfer all files regarding this case to our computer. See, but this is also the problem with this, is that, like, dude's deranged, so it's like, he might do some crazy shit if his life gets ruined, you know? Like, if he's that obsessed, he might not care about if his life gets ruined, as long as he can do his crazy shit he wants to do. I'll start with compiling my records of this conversation and all the documents we gathered. You didn't? Of course I did. Can't be too careless in this line of work, but if you think I'm bluffing, you're more than welcome to find that out the hard way. Okay. Please, I'm begging you, don't send anything to my company. I'll stay away from Jessica, I swear. I'm not sure we can trust what he says. I'll sign a contract if you need me to. Then again, also, wouldn't he probably just start stalking somebody else? Which, granted, that would happen even if we sent him to the police, but at least it would be, when he got caught that time, it'd be the third offense. You could even bring a witness. I promise I won't even ever get close to her again. Yeah, I'd like it in paper. And look, I just happen to have a suitable contract on me already. Why? Go me being so well prepared. Under Fairy's watchful eye, Jonas's hands were freed and allowed him to sign the contract. He agreed to stop stalking people and to never attempt to contact Jessica again. Okay, it does say stalking people at least, but... Are you okay, Jessica? You look pale. Yeah, I'm fine. Besides, I was the one who wanted to listen in on everything. She got some damn good hearing. I mean, she was pretty far away. Unless we were talking really loudly. Thank you so much, everyone. I feel like I can finally go back to feeling safe in my day-to-day life again. You got that contract now, so it should be alright. I think the guy's too chicken now to try anything ever again. I don't really know if that's true. We'll keep an eye on you for a bit longer still, just to make sure you're safe. Hope this will help alleviate your concern. Goodness, that is reassuring. Man, I'll make sure to forward your fee later. Thanks again, for everything. Man, that one sure was a pain. Feeling all stiff, but I know a lowlight might fix me right back up. I suppose I can make a quick stop after this. What a strange experience. Dumping your client that way is unthinkable for a Jaeger. The noise he's been dealt with makes you feel much better. You still have a lot to learn about how a Spriggan works. Feel free to take notes if you gotta. I agree with the sentiment. I've learned so much myself already. Alright everyone, let's keep it up and finish up all our other tasks.
All in a day's work. Reward deposited.
Oh, look at that, +2 chaos. Oh, it ranked up. By God. He's so chaotic. That's the last of the 4 spread. I can't smell anything out of place now. That'd be a good time for a break. Then we can take it easy after that. Okay, So we have done all the quests. We're a Time Lord apparently. What the hell? Feels like that's a nice
So soon.
that brings the Time Lord joke I've been using for so many games like full circle. I mean, granted, I don't really know why it's called I mean, I guess because you know you're not really managing time. For any new viewers, I would always in the past joke about time powers anytime we'd reload a save to see like events and shit. Which I guess probably won't. Well, I mean, I guess we I don't know. I guess we'll do it, right? Summon this when it comes to the, what do you call them? Not bond events, but they're on to do. Yeah. Connections, that's what they call them now. So this time we can do all of them. But they kind of implied that you wouldn't be able to do all of them forever. So I guess we'll do these, and then next time we'll go fight the monster? I'm pretty... Oh, wait. Will you let me go to the Bracer Guild? Oh yeah, because he wanted us to go to the Bracer Guild.
What are you doing here?
I was like, we never talked to anybody in the Bracer Guild. And yeah, that's why, because Van was like, hey, I want to go there, and then we didn't go there because it would be like a cutscene or something.
Arkride, you made it. I called him over to hash out some important business.
It's not that important, probably. You're the man quickly and daggers at me. Good to see you again. The same to you. Let me guess, you're working again today? And then there's this one. My name is Frida Al-Fayed. I work with Agnes and Van now. Due to Calvert labor laws, no, I'm not being paid. It's okay as long as he doesn't pay me. Then, it's not illegal to have an underage worker. I'm still learning the ropes, and I'll take on any job no matter how dangerous. Come on, you think I had a choice in this? Besides, as plain as day, she ain't your average kid. Are you a Jaeger by any chance? I'm from the Warriors of Krugo. Well, until I got kicked out. Because I didn't want to stab someone who was already dying. Kind of silly. So you are involved in what happened in Kriel. That's just the topic I was hoping to discuss. Mind filling us in on what went down? Alvis's story was full of holes. I'll tell you what I can, but nothing about my clients. Yeah, we wouldn't let him know about Bite Coon. Van explained. Though he naturally left out details such as the Genesis. That water's just full of surprises. Did you know we were mortal enemies? Your ass, you didn't play the originals, Van. We know you don't know. You know some stuff, but he doesn't know everything. Old friend of yours, right? Heard you used to run together through Taito stuff? Yeah, okay, maybe he read a plot summary. Your info gathering served you well. We trained under the same master until Walter lost his way over 10 years ago. Well, that's enough about me. The Zen was never seen again. It's interesting that the society sent an enforcer after A's people. Agreed, I could have easily seen them joining forces at some point. Though that seems out of the question now. I mean, it's not that out of the question. I mean, they've opposed people and then joined with them before. It's, there's precedent. As far as I know, the society's been quiet the last year or so. Guessing you guys are still chasing them? I mean, to be fair, they haven't really done anything in forever now. They've been playing, like, second fiddle for, like, quite a while. Guessing you guys are still chasing them? They're always a concern, but we can hardly prioritize them over Almada right now. All that aside, I'm curious how deceased Jaegers were able to get up and move about. Your bracer buddy was seeing things. None of that happened. Don't try that with me. There were sightings of monsters behaving strangely too. And Alvis is the only witness. A police officer on the scene also saw the Ashen Child leader Sorry, that was very insensitive of me. Well, I'm sure you got your reasons for keeping quiet. That's our ears and work as is, so it's not like we can help out with whatever you're dealing with. I think it's about time to call in some backup. Oh? Racers from the other Calvardian branches, I presume? Actually, no, we're short-staffed nationwide. The branch is already sharing personnel to get by. Everyone want to be a bracer, but apparently nobody actually wants to be a bracer because they always get short staff. Even toying with bringing in someone from another country to help ease the load. Unfortunately, whether or not they can come is still up in the air. So for the time being, I just have to dump as much work on you as you can take. Bucko, we've got plenty to deal with already, you know? Don't worry, I'm with you guys now, remember? Rita, please take care of yourself. And Van, from now on I'll be sending you tasks straight to your Zifa via orb mail. If an emergency happens, I may need a call. Don't ignore me if I do, alright? Sure thing. Unless I accidentally put it on full silent instead of vibrate, then I don't see the notification until 3 hours later. That might happen. Reward. Help needed. Attention. Warning! Call to arms. Reward. Royal something. Ah, you must be Arkrod Solutions' newest recruit. I know you're still pretty much a rookie. I'm rooting for you, kiddo. But thanks. Everyone's been keeping an eye on me. It wouldn't, almost like you're not aware you're a Jaeger. The Guild and the Jaeger Corps are basically like cats and dogs. Are they, though? I feel like Fairy's better suited to our kind of work. At least she's in good company. She's a Kruger, too. It'll be okay to leave it alone for now. Getting down to business, we've confirmed movement from both Almada's leaders and from Ouroboros' enforcers. There's been movement from them both in the past few years. And we're all aware of Hayoe's movement, so all I need to figure out is how to go about handling the film festival. Hold another meeting once Alvis and Regina are back. Speaking of films, have you seen Golden Blood yet? By God, I've heard it's got the hottest damn scene ever recorded to cinema. I have a rough idea what's going on, but it's still not fully adding up. I need to be careful when dealing with Almada. Still, can't afford to rest on my laurels. I'll take advantage of Alvis and Regina filling in for me on that trip to look into things further. I'd appreciate it if you guys keep your heads low in the meantime, and Van, let us know if something comes up. Yeah. While we can't afford to ignore Ouroboros right now, Almada's our priority. There are other things I wish I could look into, but I'm really busy because, you know, I don't move. I'm counting on you guys too. Don't disappoint. What you reading? What you reading, Blood? Okay.
Sober curious.
So I guess we'll probably call it here in a second, but before we do, I don't want to go there. Because it said the story will advance, which we ain't about that life. So yeah, because I think we're at like over 40 minutes, so we'll... Next video, we will do our connections. Hey, did we ever read the newspaper? We did not. So we'll read the newspaper, do our connections, and then head over to the side ant district. Which I don't think I presume the connections won't take that long, but we should have a little time to at least pop over to the new district, maybe do some talking if there's some people, and maybe by the end of the month we'll progress the main story for reals. I should be able to record some this weekend. And a decent little bit next week, so we should maybe be able to get back to daily videos, at least for a little bit. I just didn't get to record any at all last weekend, so the backlog is like non-existent, which is why we've been kind of having like videos every other day. But we might be able to get back to daily soon. Maybe.
Fans are raving about.
I'm XQZ87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.